thing. I tell you, I'm going to recommend this, especially if you have changed anything on your motor at all, such as the intake or the exhaust. If you're running a fuel injection system, they can reprogram it.
Yep.
So that it runs properly. If you've got a carburetor, as we do, the dinosaurs,
yep,
it will tell you whether you have it jetted right. It'll give you the recommended jets for it.
Really?
Pardon me. And it will, in fact, direct you how to see to it that this motorcycle that you have is running at its peak efficiency, the most power you can get out of it, the best fuel economy, everything that you can get out of it, and it's also good and will protect that motor for you.
You know, one of the things that amazes me is that, and we all know this, though every time I say it, it seems so bizarre, that Harley does not tune the bike to its maximum capacity when it leaves the factory. In fact, they detune it in a lot of places in order to make it fit local EPA requirements.
That's right. 3 words, EPA.
EPA, which seems like such an amazingly stupid thing. You're going to make this fine piece of equipment. It's all set up to run one way. And what's the first thing you're going to do before you sell it to the customer? You're going to detune it. Right. So to make the EPA requirements. What a nutty world we live in, man. Speaking of nutty worlds.
Yeah.
Tell me about that Dynatune, man. What can it do for my bike?
Oh, take your bike in, Warren.
Yeah?
Take your bike in. You're gonna pick up a couple of miles a gallon.
Okay.
There was a story that Steve told about a bike that was hauling a trailer and going up a hill. Had no idea a motorcycle was running so lean as he pulled up that hill, he burned a hole in the piston. So,
oh my God!
Without knowing what was going on. So anyway, we're going to have a little more of Steve here in just a little while on the second part of Equipment Shed for this week. So right now, why don't we take a quick break?
All righty,
and we'll come back. We got a bunch more stuff for you when we come back. So don't ride away. KickStartTV. We'll be right back with you. What is wrong with this fucking thing?
It's going up and down, isn't it?
Jesus.
All righty, hey, it's Warren Fuller with Choppers Rule once again. Kickstart TV. God, I'm confused tonight.
Hey, Choppers Rule spawned this gig, so what the hell?
That's really, we can come out with that. You know, if you haven't checked it out in a long time, it hasn't changed too much, so you're not really missing anything. Anyway, we've been spending all the time working on KickStartTV.com because KickStartTV.com is going to be sort of the home base for this show, and hopefully for a lot of you folks out there, we're going to put in some stuff so you can put your profile in there, upload your pictures of your own bike, upload your video of your own bike. You can have a forum, get some discussions going between the other folks, so when Kickstart TV isn't on, you can, go on there and write about us and stuff and say what assholes we are, and we won't know what's going on until we check it later. So, that's a thing you could do. If
you can send us email at
Warren at KickStartTV.com or trash at KickStartTV.com.
Absolutely. We want you to write to us. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to think about these days, and especially when you're thinking about building a bike and you're thinking about the kind of choices and decisions that you're going to make in terms of putting that bike together. Now, one of our favorite publications has, and always will be The Horse. For those of you who haven't read The Horse, it's known as The Horse Backstreet Choppers. It was originally called The Iron Horse. There is another magazine out called Iron Horse now, which is pretty good because it has some of the guys from the original Horse, and then there's some other the guys that are at the Horse Backstreet Choppers. Both of them are pretty good. This, however, is the original, and you got to really give those guys
it's a piece of work.
You give them credit for hanging on, man. Hammer and all the guys that have been doing this stuff for years, man. Jeez, you got to give these guys credit. I mean, I read about some of the road trips on there. One of my favorites is this guy they got called George the Painter, who has this mad obsession with the shovel head that he insists on beating across the country. He changes heads more time than I take a dump on a road trip, man. It's unbelievable.
Probably didn't need it a third of the time.
I don't know, man.
We used to know a guy like that.
He's a wild case, man. And a lot of the guys in this are the kind of people who probably relate to Kickstart TV, relate to the fact that, we want to build bikes the way we want to do it. And, there's a lot of things about the sort of stripped out raw chopper that's attractive. In fact, there's things that are attractive about most bikes, except like Honda Goldwings with big flags all over them and stuff. Anyway, about